When you moved into your own desk and really kind of creating the next movie and putting all the routines in place, how did you go about that? What was your daily routine? How did you think about being the very best creative director?
I mean, for me, it was about, I've always kind of prided myself in, I'm known in Hollywood as like the nice guy, meaning that like there's no one in town that I think will find that like has a bad thing to say about me. And I've tried really hard my whole career to maintain that. And that means if you're ever going to try to be that guy, it means that you have to return people's phone calls, respond to their emails. When they send you something, read it in a timely fashion. If you don't like the script, I would still meet with the writer and like sit down with the writer and hear about what it is, because you never know. Sometimes like even though maybe that script wasn't great, maybe that writer in 4 years can now write something great and they'll remember how great you were to them and they'll reach back out. So I've always sort of prided myself, and that's kind of who I've always been in town. So that meant like, when I'm sitting there, you're in Hollywood. When you're an assistant with people, Hollywood is very much like high school kind of. You have like sort of like your classes and your levels. The people that I was an assistant with, I was meaning that other assistants that were assistants for agents and managers and studio executives and other producers. Hopefully, if you last in Hollywood, you all kind of rise together, which means you all kind of become like, when I became a junior executive, they become junior agents and junior managers and junior studio executives. And then throughout the years, you kind of all go like this. You have people to call and people calling you. And because listen, when I'm a creative executive, the heads of the studios are not calling me. They're calling Chuck, but their underlings are calling. And the junior agents are calling, not the senior agents. When you become a creative executive, there's like a fun little announcement that goes out in the trades, and then everyone sees like, oh, Andy's been elevated. And then from there, because we were at a company, I was at a company that was making lots of fun stuff, it organically, your phone just starts ringing and your inbox starts getting filled up. They look at you like, when you're a creative executive, they know that you're the easiest guy to get a hold of them, and you'll probably call them back. For me, I would always call you back. I started getting lots of stuff sent to my way, lots of scripts to read, lots of people to meet with. And so honestly, my days were reading scripts, giving notes on scripts, having meetings with writers about potential future things, going to film festivals and seeing movies and watching all the up and coming stuff, creating writers and director lists to share internally in the company about, here's all the great writers that we need to be aware of that are writing great scripts, and here are all the great directors that are doing cool movies and cool stuff. Here's maybe some great directors working in the commercial space that are maybe ready for their first movie. And so I was in charge of sort of the whole creative environment of the company as a junior, just to make sure that everyone was aware of, they had all the creative tools they needed to go push their movies forward at the senior executive level.